In our last session, we read the following letter.
Dear Greg, so I understand how to apply real love at home with my wife and child, but I'm a little less clear about work. Yesterday, for example, this stupid customer came in demanding a refund for something that he had obviously broken through his own mistreatment, and the more I explained it to him, the uglier he got. What am I supposed to do then? Love him? I don't get how real love helps me here.
In our last two sessions, we demonstrated that this man's anger was really a reaction to a lifetime of insufficient real love. He was acting like a victim and using anger to get a feeling of power. But everything begins to change when you identify that this is about real love. So you're not going to use any getting and protecting behavior like anger or in any way defend yourself or try to show this man how wrong he is, because that just isn't going to work. So now what? Recognizing that this is all about real love, what are you going to give him? Real love. Now, what would that look like in a work environment? We get very confused about what love is. Should you throw your arms around him and give him a hug and a sweet little kiss? That's not likely to work very well, is it? Love is usually much more plain and practical and non-dramatic than that. One of the most loving acts you can extend to someone is simply to listen. Not argue, not defend, not justify, just listen. So even though he's being a jerk and he's just plain wrong in almost everything he's saying, try listening. When he says this blankety blank thing doesn't work, you could get off your high horse and respond with, you know, I understand how you feel. It's pretty disappointing, isn't it? Once you buy something and it works for a while, you kind of expect it to do its job forever, don't you? I know I do. Then when it breaks, you feel like you've been let down, almost like you've been betrayed, you know? Then the customer says, well, yeah, that's it. It's like you've been betrayed. The entire tone of the conversation has changed. You and the customer are not opponents anymore. You're both talking about an experience that you've shared. This makes an enormous difference. And at this point, you may be done. His anger might be gone. I've seen that happen before. But you might have to empathize a little more. You might say, for example, look, I really understand how frustrating it is to pay for something and then have it break. First you have this thing that doesn't work. Then you have to go out of your way to get another one. It's a real drag. I get it. But we both know that these things really don't last forever. These headphones were warranted for 1 year and yours lasted for 5. So you got 4 bonus years out of them. If you'd like, I could recommend a replacement set that has a warranty even longer than this one. With all your listening and caring about him, in most cases, he'll be satisfied because that's really what he wanted. In some cases, however, he might still have a residual need to be right. So you could go one step further and say, 4 years after a warranty is over, we're just not allowed to replace the headphones. The manufacturer just wouldn't go for it. But if you'd like, I could find out if we could come up with a discount on a new one. The real point here is not the exact words that I've suggested. It's the attitude. It's the communication of a genuine concern for him that will go far to fill his need for acceptance. It's a need that every customer, every employee, every supervisor, every supplier carries with him or her into the workplace. And if we remember that, we'll do much better in that environment. It really is always about real love.